Hello guys and welcome to the April 2020 vlog. I'm thinking of doing these monthly, kind of just to tie up all my news into one video as opposed to keep giving you a whole bunch of stuff constantly on YouTube. It seems to make sense. So this month's been really busy, partly it's due to lockdown. I've just been able to focus, but we finished 2 mastering gigs. Firstly for the UK rockers Skyquaker. Their single Thank God for Rock and Roll is now out all over the world via my label Aurora Eclipse Productions. Do go and check it out, it's a wicked track. Secondly, for Highline, my good mate Joel Minnie, drum and bass track. I'm currently mastering that, I've started that today. He hasn't actually given me a title of the song, which is interesting. It's just called Mike Bounce 1. And I've seen so many of his sessions that I just cannot remember the name of the track, so please fill me in with that, mate. Although I will be talking to you tomorrow, so I'll get that information from you. So that's the 2 mastering gigs. I finished scoring a short film yesterday for Andrea Ratti, his film director, who lives literally just down the road from me. Hummingbird is the current working title, but it is about to change. So that's kind of like a cool Black Mirror style sort of sci-fi film. You know, that's got that kind of weird twists, and you should check it out. It's really cool. So the soundtrack will be released hopefully with the film, but we're not too sure. With the festivals being closed, we don't really know where we're going to go with that. So that's all a little bit up in the air. AuroraCast. I started a podcast, so the idea was that I wanted to kind of interview all the people I work with over at my company, AEPL, let's call it. And then the lockdown happened, I couldn't do it, so being stubborn, I just got all the guys on Skype and we started kind of going through these videos. Then a company called Droplet got in touch with me. To cut a long story short, we now have a podcast in both kind of video format, which is going out on the AEPL YouTube, and on audio format, which is on all the podcast networks through the amazing guys over at Droplet FM. So go check it out, www.droplet.fm. So that's cool. There's currently 2 episodes, well the second episode will be out next Monday, which is actually with Andrea Ratti, so that'll be cool for you to check it out. But I'm a little bit out of sync because I've recorded 7 episodes, 6 of which are out on YouTube. The 7th will be out on YouTube next week. And then Droplet are kind of behind me. They're only on the 2nd episode, so I need to kind of slow down with AuroraCast. But it's been really cool to talk to varying people in the kind of film, music, all kinds of industries really, but sort of creative industries, I suppose, is what I'm interested in talking to. So if you want to go on AuroraCast, send me a message. Okay, Patreon. So I've really built my Patreon up. A lot of content's going out on Patreon now, pretty much throughout the whole of the Hummingbird, working title, score. I live streamed that out as Patreon exclusive, so there's about 12 hours of content, and Andrea's actually in some of those projects, so it's been really cool to kind of, it's one way we kind of communicated to do the score during lockdown, was he could come into the session and kind of see what I was doing. Little nerve-wracking, not gonna lie, but it was really useful, and I think it got us to where we wanted to go a lot quicker. You know, we couldn't just kind of, normally I like to have the director round, or I like to go out for a meal or a couple of beers and kind of talk about things and just talk about life and, you know, any kind of topics I can get to try and get into the heart and the soul of what he's trying to kind of say in his film. So that was really cool. So I've really built up the Patreon thing. I know it's really irritating when people go on about these things, but I've got 3 tiers over there. There's some, I think, great behind the scenes content. There's some stuff bringing in AuroraCast in terms of upcoming guests. Just behind the scenes, I've made a Discord server, Discord as well. Please do join the Discord server. I'm really trying to build the community up there. I'm hoping to have some great people in the kind of the general chat, but then there are lock chats for superfan and supporter tier subscribers on Patreon. I've also created a Fiverr account. It seems pretty good. I mean, some people on there are ridiculously cheap, and you check out their work and it's you could be charging more. I don't really understand that. Or some people are pretty bad and it's yeah, you should be charging less. So hopefully I'm priced somewhere in the kind of okay price range. But yeah, I'm doing basically I'm offering scores, I'm offering mixing and mastering, and I'm offering podcast edits. So I link that as well if you want to hire me. You probably don't, because you're probably following me because, you know, we're all composers, which is fine. But yeah, Fiverr, check it out. So I've been doing that. Other than that, it's just been some web design, kind of working on some blogs. Afterburner. I did a a remix of the video game Afterburner 2, which is a Sega game. I kind of made some MIDI notes, changed it all up, and put kind of a rock orchestral kind of feel to the track. Check that out. That's on YouTube. That was really cool. Just kind of mucking around with someone else's MIDI and doing a bit of remixing, adding my own drums, and kind of getting those just focusing on pure sound basically. You know, getting those really nice synths and putting some guitars in and strings and mucking around with basses. It's been really cool. That was good fun. So I did that as well. Yeah, it's been a full fun-packed month. I hope you guys have been very well. Obviously, I'm sounding very optimistic. That's because I am, but obviously the world is going through a little bit of a hard time at the moment. I do hope everybody is safe. They're using their time productively, and you know, I'm looking forward to kind of like getting back out there and meeting you guys face to face. So I'll leave you there, guys. That's been you know, trying to keep the video shorter. A few of my comments are like, shut up Mike, you talk too long, so I will leave it there. Please check out Patreon, check out Hummingbird. It will be called something else, but it's probably out by now. Check out Queen, Thank God for Rock and Roll. Queen Kong, was about to say, was Skyquaker's first single. And yeah, just go and check things out, as I will do for you. Alright guys, see you in the next one. Bye bye.